Hey guys, today we'll be playing and reviewing Stranded Alien Dawn. Brave a new world in Stranded Alien Dawn, a planet survival sim placing the fate of a small maroon group in your hands. Forge your story through compelling and immersive strategic gameplay as you make vital decisions to protect your survivors. As you can see, right from the start, you get to select which survivors you're going to take down with you to the planet. You can look at their skills and decide what you're going to take down with you. As you can see, we're just entering the planet's atmosphere. We're about to land. So, discover an expansive, living 3D world with remarkable flora and fauna. Manage your survivors' needs, health and happiness. Construct and evolve your own unique base and decisive cunning defenses to protect it and the survivors from being attacked. Plant, grow, harvest and hunt down food. Stockpile useful resources and salvage material from fallen space debris. Research technologies to expand your horizons. Provide heat, light, devices for relaxation and more to keep survivors on top of their game, ready to face the next challenge. React to fluctuating weather and environmental events. So, as soon as you land, you need to take your survivors and start foraging, identifying the flora and fauna, and constructing your base. As you can see right here, I've decided to build a shelter and three places to sleep, so that our guys have comfortable bedding, if you want to call it that. There's straw mats right now, so it doesn't really look that comfortable, but they do need it. So you definitely need to identify the plants and the meat and everything around you that needs to be identified. You need to take the time to actually research it. So moving on in time, we can see that I've built a fence around my property, and that's purely for defense and protection. I've also built farms. As I've discovered new resources, I found it beneficial to put farms around my plot where I can easily just grow the items and harvest them when I need them. So you can also craft individual different types of food if you select the campfire. Ideally, you would want to keep your rations as long as possible. And you as you can see here, I have quite a stockpile of food and resources that I'm stocking in my warehouse, and you never have enough space. There's just way too many items to collect, so I have to look and see how we can manage the warehouse further on in the game. Right here I'm building a dartboard because the one thing that I find really frustrating about the game is that the characters or your survivors, they go mental. Like sometimes they always want to take a walk, they always want to play like darts, or they want to do some kind of activity, or they go crazy, they go mental. Like I saw Connor once beating up his sleeping mat because he was frustrated. Now, and that's incredibly irritating in the game, because I mean, they have food, they have a shelter, they have a place to stay, they're being fed, they're not eating the same thing every day. So why are they frustrated like that? Is it because that they have nothing to have fun? That's what I thought. Like, well, let me craft a dartboard. Hopefully that will make it better. But even after having the dartboard, they still did it. And I also built a shooting range because I thought maybe they need to have fun. That's why they're getting frustrated and they're having mental breakdowns and fits. Some of the characters even go on a food binge, and I have no idea why the character goes on a food binge, because they've got food already provided for them and they have different varieties of food. So I think the developers need to definitely tweak something there, because 90% of the time the characters or your survivors, they're going mental, and they're always walking around and playing darts and things like that, and it feels really irritating. So that's the only thing at the moment that I found that lacking in the game. The tutorial is excellent. If the developers really did their homework when doing the tutorial. There's a tutorial for every aspect of the game. They teach you everything from the get-go. As you can see, there's also like a research table where you can research different technologies and defenses and agriculture. So the only thing that I was curious about, that I'm not sure about right now, is can you only have 4 survivors? Going forward, I haven't played the game all the way to its maturity, but I mean, it would be awesome if you could get more survivors, because your area is just expanding and the jobs are just becoming more and more, and to only have 4 survivors, I mean, that sounds a little bit, it doesn't sound realistic enough. I mean, surely these guys could get more survivors. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling, but the game definitely has a lot of potential. The graphics of the game are really crisp. The sound quality is also really good, and the weather effects of the game, like going from windy to dusty to rain to thunder to lightning, it's very immersive. The game is incredibly immersive. The one thing that I found also a little bit weird is that you have to draft a player in order to use them. So what drafting means is, like, so right now the players are on automatic. They will just move around normally, and then they will pick up resources. They will do anything that you want them to do. But if you want them to do something specific, then you need to draft them. So that you need to select 1 or 2 players, then click on draft, then only can you move them to go do what you want to do. It's not like Age of Empires, like for example, where you would select like the NPCs and tell them go and chop this wood or go and mine this mine. You can't just select them and move them. You have to select them, select a button to say, hey, hello there, I want to use you now as to do something, and then only then will they do it. I think that developers should really work on that, because it's inconvenient to select your character and then click draft. I mean, I want to just click my character and tell him, hey, listen, go hunt, hey, go pick berries, hey, go and do whatever, you know, like, hey, go and research something at the research station, you know. Every time to having to manually click on draft when you want them to do something specific, I find that incredibly irritating. Yeah. So, guys, I'm gonna end the video there, but I would like to say that this game really has huge potential. It's so interesting. The graphics are incredibly crisp. They feel and great. I can't stress it enough. The game definitely is one of those games that you have to keep an eye on. Well guys, I'm excited to see how the game and story develops. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more on this game. If you like the content and want to support my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm looking forward to going on this journey with you guys. See you in the next video.